Yes.
Initially with the E9, we had some trouble with the algorithm to require the, say, missile after launch from the aircraft. And you had a note in there about being able to keep up with that. Maintenance-wise, are we, the government, or our main subcontractor going to be able to maintain this? How much of it are we going to have to go back to the subcontractors that build it before we keep it in the air?
Well, there'll be a learning process involved, and we're certainly there to help you learn. But the intent is to transfer that information over to you and let you be able to figure out how to make things happen. And if there are modifications needed, we can help support that. If there are dynamics that we didn't know about, or new dynamics have shown up and we can't keep up, we'll have to support that.
And the hardware, you mentioned Georgia Tech, all the ones that provide some of the hardware. Are you looking to expand this so that potentially other aircraft are going to use it? No. The hardware may be more readily available than us having to plan in advance for so many spares because of failures.
That's probably, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is actually. We can talk about that, I guess, after the presentation. Any other questions? Yes.
How about for, like, say, test points? One of the things that a lot of telemetry operators, I believe, look at now is like linear IF outputs. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know that you have something quite like a linear IF available there. Do you have test points that the operators can look at to make sure that things are working, or are they just going to depend on data quality looking good?
No, there are ways to configure the system so you have IF outputs available at the D to A's at 70 megahertz, where you can pretty much look at almost anything in the system. But there's another learning process there where we map whatever switches have to be mapped in the system to be able to show certain things. For example, spectra and things like that are easily able to be demonstrated using scanning filters with the system the way it is right now, without external spectrum analyzer application.
Yeah, because you have a lot of that capability potentially built into this.
Right.
It's just everything is being done differently
Yes.
than people have been doing it for the last 50 years or whatever.
Yes.
And all of a sudden there may be some learning curves for these guys in saying, gee, is this working right? Because things don't always happen perfectly, and the telepath may even be having problems. I mean, the problem may not be an E9, it might be just as likely being at the missile land. And how do you determine that the first time it happens? Because there'll be this big finger pointing being unsure.
Very good question.
That is, because all of a sudden, my concern with this, one of them is, are the observation points available to allow that these guys are familiar with? Because what's really happening here is different than what they're familiar with.
Yes, and there will be some learning to
Right.
get used to that.
Yes.
Okay, I think my time's up. Thank you.
Yeah, we've got to wrap this up. Thank you very much, Mr. Carter. Thank you very much.